Do you want to learn how to calculate the running sum in Power BI? I'm gonna give you 3 methods in this video, so stay with me until the end. We have 3 main ways to sum cumulative values in Power BI. I'm gonna show you the 3 of them. One, it's very simple. The other 2 are a little complex using DAX measures. So the first one, before we start, let's understand our model. We have here a sales table and a calendar table. Okay, so here I have a year month column that we have from January 2010 until December 2014. Okay, and I have built a simple measure that is the sum of the sales amount. I'm gonna put the measure here. As you can see, we have the values for each month. Now, if we want to calculate the cumulative values for the entire period, the fastest way is what we call a visual measure. We're gonna click in the table and go to these 3 dots here in more options and new visual calculation. We want the running sum. As you can see here, we have plenty of options that we can use. Moving average, percent of the parish that is the previous level in the hierarchy, percent of grand total, average of the children, and so on. We want the running sum. When I click here, it's gonna open this field here and this measure. Running sum is a measure that only works, it's a function that only works here in this specific option. The only thing that we need to do is change this field here to the field that we want to create the running sum. As you can see, we need to use a field that is in the visual that we created. We only have here total sales and year month, but I want the total sales, so total sales. As you can see here, it founded the column in our visual. Delete this here, and I'm gonna click enter. And now it's created. I'm gonna go back here. As you can see here, it created a different column, is a visual calculation. We have this symbol here, okay? And here is our visual. As you can see, it's summing the values from the previous months in the current month, okay? So on until we reach the final value, okay? These visual calculations only works in the selected visual. We cannot use the same measure in other visuals. We needed to create again in that visuals. So that's a negative side of this approach, okay? The second one, that is my favorite, is to create a measure. So let's create a measure here. Measure running sum. We're gonna use a calculate of what? Total sales. I want filter all my calendar table where my next date date sorry when my date is lower or equal to my max date. Filter to calculate. Close the max here, close the filter, and close the calculate. What we are doing here, we have a calculate that will change the filter context. Then we said that we want to add a filter. We want to clear all the filters in our calendar table except for this one that we are specifying here, that our date must be lower or equal to the max date of our current context. Okay, so we hit enter, and let's just put it here. We can't use that name. Let me with this. As you can see, the values are exactly the same that the visual measure. Okay, my personal preference is to use measures. I always prefer measures because you can use in multiple visuals, in different approaches, in different pages, and so on. It's more dynamic than using in a specific value. Here is something that the running sum and the measure will create, that we only have values total sales until November 2013. But the calendar table goes until December 2014. So when we hit the maximum value of running sum, this value will repeat itself until the end of the values. Okay? One thing that we can do here to mitigate this is in our running sum measure, create here a if total sales equal if, let's do a more elegant way. If is blank, sales blank, not create or calculate. RP. And there it is. It only goes until November 2013. Okay? The running sum created automatically with that first example, it will respect the last row of the original measure. Okay? Our running sum measure, we need to add that other step to respect the values that we have here. And an extra option is that we only want to sum the running sum inside a specific year. So let's say for 2011, we want to do the running sum. When we start 2012, the running sum will start again. How can we do that? Measure. Let's call running sum here equal calculate total sales date YTD, dates year to date, of what date are date from calendar. Calendar date. Here it is. Close our calculate and hit enter. Let's check it here. As you can see, I found an error in my if that I used before. We'll correct this soon. But here it is. It's the cumulative value starts in 1,500,000 and it's accumulating until December 2011. After that, starts all over again. Okay, pretty cool, right? So let's just have to do a quick adjustment in our if statement, because if we don't have sales in that month, the value here is not cumulative, and we do not want that. I want that the value repeat itself in blank values, in blank months, except when the last sale occurred. Okay, so let's correct our running sum measure. Let me just think here, how can we adjust that? Oh, I got it. It will be a solution that I created now. Maybe there is a better solution. If you know one, please let me know in the comments, okay? Just for us to have the proper values and the measure behaving uh, as we want. So I will create a variable month. And what I want to do, I want to calculate my max year month that we have values in total sales. My max calendar year month where our total our fact reseller, that is the table that we are using, fact reseller sales, where our total sale is different from, and here we need to put on all because I don't want that other filters affect this variable here. I want returning the max year month of this context here. Close filter and close my calculator. So here I will change this. So if I select turn, if my selected value of my calendar year month is lower or my V month, I want that return or calculate. If not, I want blank. And close here. And I think that's it. Let's see if it's working. Okay, now we're talking. As you can see, we don't have sales here, but instead of returning blank, we have the same value that the previous month. Okay, and we go until the last value that we have here, that is this one. Okay, I know that this changes a little bit the subject, but it's cool to have this sorts of problem during a video, so you can see that we can find a solution in the spot. So this solution, as I said, I created now while I was recording the video. Maybe we can find a better solution. Okay, but this is it. We have three ways, and in the running sum year, we have a function that is called dates, year to date, and month to date. That behave the same way that this one, but for the month. Okay, so that's it. We have this is the three approach for creating running sum that I use. My favorite one is running some measure and running some year. This one is a quick way to do it if you don't have a lot of skill index yet, or you are in a hurry. You can just create a calculated value inside your own visual. Okay, I hope that you liked the video today. So, what do you guys think of today's video? Let me know all in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And I see you guys on our next video.